Hello, so my name is Gloria Musau. I'm going to take you through something called malware. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to define what a malware is and the functions of a malware. We'll recognize the types of infectious malware, and we will see how to use antivirus software to be able to protect ourselves against these malwares. So a malware is a malicious software designed to install itself on a computer without the owner's consent. So it is a computer program that secretly enters and damages a computer system. So this is what a malware is. Then you have three types of the malwares. The first one is called the normal malware. We have infectious malware, then you have data theft malware. So we start with the first one, normal malware. So under normal malware, we have the first type of malware, which is called a Trojan horse. So a Trojan horse, this is a non-self-replicating malware that pretends to be a harmless application. So it secretly places illegal, destructive instructions in the middle of a computer program. So once you run that particular program, the Trojan becomes active. So Trojans can delete, block, modify, or copy data. So they can also disrupt the performance of a computer or a network. Then Trojans typically enter a computer system attached to a free game or other utility. Then unlike viruses, Trojans do not replicate themselves. So this type of Trojan is the one that pretends to be a harmless application. So we have different types of free softwares that can be downloaded from the internet. So if you download a utility or a software, a free software that maybe the source or the website you downloaded from was affected by this type of malware. So once you run that program, after you've already downloaded it, the moment you start running the program, the Trojan inside that particular application becomes active. So what happens if you have a Trojan in your device? So you can see some data may be deleted, some data may be blocked, you cannot have access to some of the data, some data may be modified, or it can even copy your data. So that is what a Trojan, that's how it affects your devices, and we've said it does not replicate themselves. So like viruses, so when you have one virus, it duplicates itself several times. So Trojans, it does not duplicate or replicate themselves. So that is our first type of malware. The second type of malware, we have what's called a rootkit. So a rootkit, this is a type of malware that is activated every time a computer system boots up and enables continued access to computers or devices while hiding their presence. So rootkits are difficult to detect because they're activated before the operating system has completely booted up. So rootkit is a second type of normal malware that becomes active in the process of booting up. So booting up is the process whereby the moment you switch on your PC or your laptop or your device, so that process whereby it is loading, it is opening. In that process, if you had a rootkit in your device, that is the time it will become activated. So a rootkit allows installation of hidden files, hidden processes, and hidden user accounts in the operating system of a computer. So that is how a rootkit becomes activated in the process of booting up of the computer. The third type of normal malware, we have what you call a backdoor. So a backdoor, this is a method of bypassing normal authentication in an attempt to remain undetected. This is usually done in an attempt to secure remote access to a computer. So however, hackers often use backdoors that they detect or install themselves to enter a computer system. So the third type of a malware, of normal malware, we have a backdoor. So we have seen that this is a normal malware that typically the programmers who design this particular software, they create a backdoor, but hackers use this backdoor to bypass normal authentication and enter into the computer system and do whatever they want to do. So those are the three types of malware. We have Trojan horse, rootkit, and backdoor. So the second category of malware, we have infectious malware. The second one is called a worm. So a virus is a malware that can replicate when triggered by human action and cause damage to a computer. So virus cannot be spread without human action. Viruses are usually spread by sharing infected files as email attachments or downloaded from websites. Then viruses attach itself to a program or file and spreads from one computer to another, leaving infections as it travels. Then almost all viruses are attached to an executable file, in brackets .exe. So virus, this is very popular in devices. So they replicate themselves, or they duplicate themselves. They cause damage to a computer. You can find some of your files are missing. They cause deletion of files. So they are spread by sharing infected files as email attachments or downloaded from websites. So if you download a resource from the website, let's say that website was affected by this virus, so that virus will be able to spread itself from one computer to another and leave infections as it travels. So the easiest way to detect a virus is by looking at the properties. It has characteristics of a virus because it duplicates itself, it replicates itself many times, something like that. And the second type of infectious malware, we have what you call a worm. So a worm is a self-replicating malware that uses a computer network to send copies of itself to other computers. So worm is also self-replicating, same as virus, but the difference is it does not require human action. So the human action that we said, for your device to be affected with the virus, there needs to be a human action, whereby, for example, you have a flash disk that has a virus. So the human action required there is for you to take that flash disk, insert it in a computer or PC, then the virus will spread from that flash disk to your computer. But worm, it does not require any human action because it uses the computer network to send copies of itself to other computers. So you have different types of network. You can be connected to a network in your home, a small home network. You can have a network in the company, like maybe the LANs. So if one device has this particular infectious malware, so the worm will use that particular network connected and send copies of itself to other computers. So those are the two types of infectious malware. Then you have data theft malware. These are basically types of malwares that are used to steal or copy information of individuals without their own consent. From the word data theft, they steal information of individuals. So the first one, you have adware. So these are software application that automatically displays advertising banners while the program is running. So we have a picture here. So you can see when you are using freeware software, you can be able to see different ads that pop up. So you can see this is saying this is not a joke, congratulations, you won. Click here to claim. So the moment you click here, where it's written click here, you'll be redirected to another website whereby you will give out your details. So you are thinking that you are trying to claim some particular amount here, but in real sense, these people are trying to collect your information. So like your first name, your details, maybe your bank card, maybe your credit card details, something like that. So in the process of you thinking that you are claiming some amount that you want, you are giving out your information. So they are stealing your information. So most common when you use freeware software. So the advertisement disappear when you stop running from the freeware software. So it is advisable for us to avoid ads that you don't know the source where they're coming from. Then we have the second type of data theft malware called as spyware. So these are programs that secretly installs itself on a computer and collects information about users without their knowledge. So spyware programs can collect various types of personal information such as internet surfing habits and sites that have been visited. So that is the second type of malware. Then you have botnet. So botnet is a group of computers connected together for malicious purposes. Each computer in a botnet is called a bot. So these bots form a network of compromised computers used to transmit malware or spam or to launch attacks. Then what do botnets do? Botnet attacks slow down a computer network or a website. So those are the three types of malwares that we have seen. The data theft malwares, the infectious malware which we had a virus in the worm, then the normal malware we had the Trojan horse, we had the backdoor and the rootkit. So how best way is to use an antivirus program. So what is an antivirus? So this program is a powerful piece of software that is essential on Windows computer security strategy. So we have different types of antivirus program. We have SmartDev, Kaspersky, McAfee, and Windows Defender. So this image, the first one is for Windows Defender, the second one is for Kaspersky, then we have McAfee. So this one for Windows Defender comes when you have Windows 10. When you install Windows 10 on your device, you can be able to have Windows Defender attached to it. So Windows Defender, this one is free of charge if you're using Windows operating system. But the rest, you can be able to purchase them at your local vendors, then you install in your devices, then you protect yourself from being victims of these malwares. So these are windows for Windows Defender. So once you've installed Windows 10, you make sure you turn on Real Protection. So Real Protection will protect your device against these malwares and all that. So we have three types of scan. We have quick scan, we have full system scan, and custom scan. So let me just go back and show you the scan options that you have. So under Windows Defender, you can see here, under scan options, you can regularly perform a quick scan to scan your device to see if there's any issues or any threats in your device. So you can either perform a quick scan, a full scan, or a custom scan. Quick scan will take a few minutes, full scan takes a lot of time. Custom scan, from the word custom, you customize which files, which drives do you want to perform the scan and all that. So that's how we can protect ourselves from this type of malwares. So it's good that we frequently scan our devices. So you can see this image is it's for a full scan. It shows on how many items are scanned, what were the threats that were found, what threats were not found, and all that. So that was our lesson for today. I hope you've learned something. So make sure you don't fall a victim of these malwares. Make sure you frequently scan your devices and all that. Thank you so much for listening to me, and have a good day.